How is your vineyard looking today, husbandman? Let's read from the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved has a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. Now, do you think this is talking about a 3D physical vineyard? It's not. You see, your vineyard or your garden is your mind, you see. And in that mind, you have a husbandman, your thoughts, the man, and your emotions, your feelings, the woman, you see. Man, woman, thoughts, feelings, sun, earth, light, darkness, you see. In a very fruitful hill, what does that mean? It means that it is a fruitful mind that is bringing forth good fruit. Didn't we read about good fruit? What are the fruits of the Spirit? Love, peace, joy, meekness, long-suffering, things like that, right? So, that vineyard that he is talking about is bringing forth good fruit, right? And he fenced it. He protected his mind and gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, only the best thoughts and feelings. You see, only the best trees were growing in the garden, you see, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein, and he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. So let's go through this step by step. It says, and built a tower in the midst of it. In the midst of the garden. That tower of power is the tree of life in you. The tree of life in you is Christ. The spiritual mind. Christ brings you to the spiritual mind. Christ is God's loving nature. His name means I am salvation. I am is God's name. Name means nature. God's nature is love. So a loving nature is the Savior. A loving nature is that tree of life in your being, in your mind, that is causing you to bring forth much good fruit. Isn't that written? You see? You see, the Garden of Eden story is simply your consciousness, your mind is the garden. In that mind, in that garden is I am, or God. God is walking in that garden. You see, I am is walking in that garden, right? And he's watching your husband, your thoughts, and he's watching your wife, your feelings, your emotions, your Adam and your Eve. Do you understand? He's watching what manner of fruit your thoughts and your feelings, your husband and your wife, your Adam and Eve are bringing forth in that garden. And also made a wine press therein, a wine press, so that he can squish the juice out of the fruit, right? So that he can take the fruit of the thoughts and the feelings, the manifestation, the children, and he squeezes the juice out of the manifestation, out of the children, out of the manifestation, out of the fruit. And what is the juice? Doesn't wine bring joy? That's the fruit of your manifestation. If it's a loving manifestation, you see, that's a good fruit. A good husband and a good wife, good thoughts and good feelings bring forth much good fruit, good children. And these good children bring forth much joy to God and to you. Do you understand? The winepress. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, but it brought forth wild grapes. What does that mean? Wild grapes, it means the fruits or the thoughts and the feelings of a stranger. That fruit doesn't belong in your garden, in your mind. You see, you practiced adultery. Your heart, your feelings, your wife, your nature, your being was lusting after another man, after another thought. That other thought impregnated your heart, your feelings, you see? And they brought forth death. Do you understand? The fruit of a stranger in your garden, in your mind. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, Jerusalem is your heart. He's talking to your emotions, your feelings, the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And men of Judah, Judah means praise or praisers. Judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard, between me and my mind, where I rest. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes, God is asking you. I am, your awareness of being is asking you, the husband, the thoughts, and the feelings, the wife. He's asking Adam and Eve, where's this stranger's fruit coming from? Where are these strange thoughts and feelings coming from? Do you see? I hope you do. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. What is God going to do to that vineyard, to that mind now? To that mind that has practiced adultery? You have received the fruit of a stranger, the thoughts and the feelings of a stranger. They look like this. I am powerless, I am stupid, I am worthless, I'm meaningless. Now what is I am going to do? I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard, to the mind. Verse 5, by the way. I will take away the hedge thereof. The protection. He will take away the protection from your mind. Therefore, and it shall be eaten up and break down the wall thereof. It will be eaten up by all kinds of worry and fear. Because that is the cause of what you did. You listened to another man, to another thought. You got your emotions, your heart impregnated by another thought. Do you understand? I really hope you do. And break down the wall thereof, break down the protection that encircles the mind. And it shall be trodden down. Your mind will be trodden down and destroyed because of your adultery, because of your thought, because of your heart lusting after other thoughts, other men. And I will lay it waste. God is going to lay waste that mind. How? God's name is I am. How is that garden laid to waste now? I am powerless. I am stupid. I am filthy. You see? Do you see I am doing it? I hope you do. And it shall not be pruned, nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns, worries, fear. You see? I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. There will be no consciousness coming in your mind that will bring you relief, that will bring you good, loving spiritual thoughts. Because you have practiced adultery. You have invited other men, other thoughts into your garden, into your mind, into your heart. You see? For the vineyard, for the mind of the I am of armies is the house of Israel. The being of the perfect spiritual man is what that means. And the men of Judah his pleasant plant. The men who praise, the thoughts who praise in you, you see? Those are the pleasant plant that God likes, that I am likes. And he looked for judgment, wisdom, but behold, oppression. He looked for righteousness or right thinking, but behold, all he heard was a cry. Aren't you crying now in your mind? Because your mind is run over with all kinds of briars and thorns, all kinds of worries, pain, suffering. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. He's warning you not to be selfish or greedy. That is what this means. Verse 9, in mine ears, said the I am of armies, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, many people's being shall be desolate, is what that means. Even great and fair, without inhabitant. You see, there's not going to be any good thoughts or feelings left in that thrown over, destroyed mind or vineyard. Yeah, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath, and the seed of an homer shall yield an ephah. That means, think about it. What does it mean? It means you are going to pour a whole lot. You're going to try a whole lot with that mind of yours. You will try to pour all kinds of fertilizer, all kinds of thoughts and feelings into your mind, but it will not bring forth because you abandoned I am. You abandoned I am wonderful. I am rich. I am safe. I am powerful. I am health. I am abundance. You traded that. You traded love in for death. For I am poor, I am powerless, I am stupid. Do you see the power that you have? The power over life and death lies in the tongue. God gave you the power over life and death, over blessings and cursings. The blessings and cursings I just told you about. That's Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21, and Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19 for you. So you better get going to taking care of the vineyard that is of great value, your mind. Stop laboring for vanity in the outside physical world. Put your hands to the plow of the kingdom of heaven, which is your mind. That is where you're supposed to work, because that is the world of cause. The world of effect is the physical world. You sow into that field in your mind, into that vineyard with your thoughts and your feelings, your husband, your wife, your Adam, your Eve. And God, I am, will reward you. You see? Choose this day whom ye will serve. As for me and my house, my being, we shall serve I am.